In the black community, we are not given the best food. We're giving the worst of the worst. We get fast food in our communities. We're getting, the Chinese restaurants where they won't even eat that food. I recently watched an episode of Power, actually Raising Canaan, and the unique character was dealing with, an Asian guy about a dope deal. And he was talking about the Chinese restaurant that was in the black community. He said, oh, they serve filth over there. I wouldn't even feed that to my dog. That sort of thing. But they're feeding that mess to black people. They put all the worst of the worst type of foods in the black community. I always tell people this: if you do not see Asian people eating in those restaurants at all, whatever Asian restaurant it is, don't eat there. If you see a bunch of Asians eating there, then it's okay to eat there. Now, they got this one sister that's pointing out not only the restaurants, but also the grocery stores that's not even being offered in the black community. So go ahead and roll that.
The lower class black community get done so wrong. Just even with the grocery stores, they get the last of the last. They get the last, like Kroger, even Publix. They get the last of the last, with the upper and middle class has taken all the good fruits, all the good vegetables, all the good meat, and all the so-so meat, so-so vegetables, so-so fruits. They get sent to the black community. If you have ever just gone into a grocery store in a lower class black neighborhood, and then you go to a medium high class neighborhood grocery stores, you can tell the difference. You can tell the smell just in the grocery store. It's not all those gnats around the fruits and the vegetables. It's very different. Also, different stores is not overly saturated in the middle high class neighborhoods, such as all these fast foods that is out here killing us. It's very little. Like, you won't find churches or all those McDonald's, all those type of restaurants in the middle upper class neighborhoods. You won't find a Family Dollar in a middle upper class neighborhood. Every now and then you'll get a Dollar Tree, but more so you'll get like Targets, not so much of Walmart. They don't want to drive certain people to their neighborhood, so they try to not put more of those type of stores in those neighborhoods. But the comparison of these stores within the black community is made for us to get cancer. It's made for us to get have bad health. So if you can go outside your neighborhood, if you got a car to just go outside your neighborhood to go grocery shop, please do, to be able to get better fruits and vegetables for your children, better meat if you eat meat for you and for your children. It's a big difference within the community of certain stores that are in the higher neighborhood, medium and upper class neighborhoods than in the lower class neighborhoods. You every now and then you'll see little stores here and there that's in the black community, but they're not overly saturated. So a lot of things need to change within our community. No one should be given bad food. No one should be given bad meat, but it happens every single day. So I'm not lying. Just go to different stores. Go to one that's in a lower class neighborhood and just drive around in a higher medium class neighborhoods, and you will see the difference within the different stores that are in the community versus the stores that is overly saturated, that are not good stores or good food restaurants. So just check it out.
Now, this is why the black community deal with the ailments that we deal with. A lot of it is linked to food. If you look at the research, what a lot of medical experts say, they say the majority of the illnesses in America is linked to food. They said if we eat better and not eat all the horrible food, 90% of the ailments in America will literally go away. That will leave only 10% of ailments that come from other means. So if you don't go to the McDonald's, if you don't go to the fried chicken shack, if you don't eat at Mr. Child's Chinese restaurant serving you crap, right? Piling on all kind of so-called chicken and rice, just piling on so much that it feel like you lifting freaking 10 pounds and only charging you $7, $8 for it. Like, how you give away that much food for $7, $8? Mr. Child, what's in that mess? And we know we've seen some of the videos about what go on in some of them places, but they put these places in the black communities. They do all kind of dirt in the black community also. So they give the black community horrible food. Give you an example. If you look at the quality of food or the quality of meat in Whole Foods versus if you live in the Houston area, look at the quality of meat in Food Town. Now, there's not a food town in no nice area in Houston. You're not going to find food town in River Oaks. You will go find food town in the different places in, let's say, Sugar Land, or certain places in Katy, the nice areas, or even just the nice areas in Houston. You won't find a food town. You're going to find a Whole Foods. You're going to find a Sprouts, places like that, right? In the lower income communities, you're going to find the food towns, and you're going to find all the low budget things. And if you go look at the meats that's in there, it don't even look good at all. In this country, they give you food based on income. It's very wicked. Everybody should have the same food that Whole Foods sell. The same meat, the same everything. But in this country, if you're poor, you're treated horribly. If you got money, you're treated better. This is why a lot of times black people, when you say, why when black people get money, they leave the black community. They leave the black community not because they hate black people. It's not that. They leave the black community because now I can stay here and get the better food that'll keep me living longer, right? I have access to, more education opportunities. I may have more access to certain customers with a certain amount of money for my business, or whatever the case may be, right? Or if I buy a property in this neighborhood, my property value is going to go up. And so when I sell this house, so in order for us, really, you talking about what can black people do to fix that, we literally got to create our own communities that's similar to that. And that's one question we don't like to, that's one, topic I'm gonna say we don't like to talk about. Because black folks sometimes attack black people with upper mobility. They use terms like, respectability politics and all kind of things like that when we talk about black folks getting together and building things up so we can have better things. But it is wrong. It's completely wrong to do that, I think, to anybody. Just because you don't have money doesn't mean you should be eating garbage. Sorry, you shouldn't. You should eat the same quality food. But this sister's definitely on to something. Your zip code determines your services. It determines the food. It determines police response. It determines everything, your zip code. So that's why a lot of black folks try to make sure to change their zip code when they get successful.